Good morning, kings and queens. Did I say that too early? Let me see. Good morning, kings and queens. No, I'm just kidding. Afternoon. I missed this morning. Grandparents were in town. They flew out. Stayed with them a bit last night. Got to see them before they headed home. So very happy I got to do that. I'm going to be getting into a lot about DeSo today and just crypto in general. I have the coin market cap opened right now. And then we'll look at the market close as the stock at the market gets close too. But obviously the biggest thing that I'm pretty sure everyone is seeing right now is that Bitcoin is at it got a little bit hit. So it's at 44,000. Yesterday was at like 46,000. So it's sliding down. I don't think we're completely in a bear market yet, but things have sort of turned around. Yep. Quite a bit. So obviously a lot of buying opportunities now for your high conviction hodls or trades. But right now, since most things are sliding down, I wouldn't say that day trading is or doing the pop-ups, expecting anything parabolic is going to be coming right now. But this is a good time to prepare for that. So that being said, make sure I'm all situated. Got everything pulled up. Yep, we're all good. All right, everything is good. Cool. So we'll get on the list. Ethereum is actually kind of holding. It looks like it's going up from yesterday. I was half tempted to shift more into Ethereum yesterday, but at the same time, you never know what's going to happen. So we're kind of crossing our fingers every time we do a trade or something. Finance looks like it's down, $25 or so. Solana's down a bit. Cardano is still being a stable coin. XRP down a bit. Luna down a bit. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty good projects in my opinion. If you do your own research, of course, anything I say on here is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. But with how red the market is and not feeling that we're in a total bear market yet, this could be a nice time to buy anything that you have high conviction for. Matic is still holding over the $2 line. Love to see it, especially with all the red in the market, even though it is down like 25, 30 cents from yesterday. But still, the fact that it's holding over $2, that's saying something. Especially since it's over like 216, 217, which I believe is one of the previous supports, if I'm not mistaken. Crypto.com still staying over the 50-cent mark, so not too bad. Still, what's that, like 150, 200% from the beginning of the year, maybe even more. Chainlink is in the green. There was some news that just came out about Chainlink recently. If you're watching this and you do know, drop it in the chat real quick. I'm drawing a blank right now. Why can't I think of it? Let's see if it'll show us in CoinMarketCap real quick. Let that load. If you have any questions of any sort, any comments, drop it in the chat. I'll get to them as soon as I possibly can. We're going to be talking a lot about DeSo today, which is decentralized social media. And I'm just checking to make sure my links are not. Yep. And so it'll be about the DeSo blockchain, not necessarily DeSo as a whole. I will tap into that, but DeSo blockchain specifically is what I'll be really going into more so. Let me just see if this has the news real quick of what just happened. Is that the most recent Tesla's human price analysis? Price analysis doesn't usually make the price rise that much. Largest Ethereum investor splurges over network. Blockchain transactions tracker says that in a tweet, Oracle and Chainlink is gaining popularity. Yes, we know that. The Bitcoin dropping. Okay, let me look at this whale stats, because whale stats, this might, here we go, most traded token. So the whales are moving Chainlink. That's what's going on right now. I can't remember where it was in this page, but you can see right now that it is 2% of the whales holdings. This is everything on the Ethereum blockchain excluding Ethereum. So you can see that it's 2% of their holdings are in Link right now. This one I haven't seen before. This one kind of popped out of nowhere. I haven't seen this on this chart before. Gala is still holding strong up here in the big blocks. CRO still holding pretty strong. Matic still holding pretty strong in these big blocks too. Mana as well. Looks like sand has slid a pretty good deal. I don't even know if I see sand on here. Yeah, I don't see sand on the holdings. And this looks like it goes, oh, there it is, 1.31%. It's still there. Not quite as high, but it's still there. So FTX token still the biggest hold by whales. I think CRO, the reason that one's a big one too, is because it is similar to FTX. And I'm sure if Binance token was on here, it's not because it's not a Ethereum token. I'm sure that would be displayed as well. But that answers a little bit of that question with Chainlink, why it's green and everything else is red. Let's go through a couple more tokens. Oh, almost forgot to open it up. We can maybe stop over here on our travels, see what's going on. See what the live market is doing right now. I know I'm going to have to log in. By the way, it was just like freezing the other day. And now it's like 80 degrees today, so my nose is like trying to adjust. But as you can see, our wallet is now up. It was up higher today. I think it's down $2 from its high, or maybe $3 or $4 down from its high today. But I still do believe that UEC is going to go higher than $3.80. I was trading this for a few days, a couple months ago, back in $4 or $5 range, and I think that that's where it's going to go. And you can see, look at VWAP. VWAP is so up; it's very high. And as these new things and bills and regulations or whatever come from talking about clean energy, uranium's going to be a part of that topic for sure. The reason I like this one is, number one, it's a cheap one to get into, and also they are one of the bigger players. They just did have an acquisition a little bit ago. Yep, Uranium Energy to buy Uranium One America in $131 million deal. I forget exactly all the details of that, but do your own research. I like this holdings. Less. Good luck. Less. Meh. Couché. Yeah, we're going to be talking another language. I'm talking to my dog in French. Okay. Watch list. Let's go over to... Yeah, we'll do all stocks. So this is my watch list. Again, I said this before. I haven't gone through all of these yet, so some of these just completely ignore. I really know I should have gone on this one. And I'm going to get on this one. I'm just looking for a good entry point. But every time I think that it's going to go lower, it goes up. This is a rare earths metal. This would be like a longer-term hold. Definitely suggest looking into this company. There's not... I always say rare earths metal. It's a rare earths company. Let's flip back over to the crypto now. I'm starting to think, if you're watching this now, drop it in the chat if you're watching this later. Let me know what you think. Should I separate my crypto and stock videos, do stocks solely in the morning, which would make the morning videos shorter, and then do an afternoon video going over crypto specifically? I think it would probably be good to separate the two in the videos, because I know some people come here strictly for the crypto, and some are probably going to be coming here strictly for the stocks as well. That's not the one I want to open. There we go. Let's close this so it's not in the background pulling out too much RAM. All right, let's look at a couple more. Uni is sort of holding sideways. Litecoin about the same. Cosmos, I don't know if it's hit an all-time high. I know I mentioned it a few times on the channel, but I have been sleeping on it, really digging into it. But this was kind of going against what everything else was doing the last couple of days. It hit $43. Don't remember what the all-time high is. Tell me right here. 24-hour high is 43. Let's see. Yeah, that was the all-time high. That's what I thought. Or very close to it. It almost hit the all-time high. All-time high being $44.60. So we are, what's that, like a 20%, 30% pullback from the all-time high? But Cosmos is doing similar things to DOT, and I believe Avalanche too. So it's a good one to look at. Obviously, when it's on at all-time highs, do your own research and know that you could be looking at a downtrend at least for a little bit going forward, or it could be a parabolic explosion. We never know. But it is always risky when you're buying it close to all-time highs, in my opinion. Not financial advice. VeChain is another one to bullish on. Here's the FTX token we just mentioned. It is down. I think this one has hit like 50, 60, 70s before. Sand is still 500% in the last like 4 or 5 months. Up. Very cool. So that's that about some of the cryptos. One thing I did want to show is DeSo. DeSo is a blockchain that is decentralized social media. I will try to go through this as best as I can. Right now, what I am trying to do is just gather all this information and put it into video form and start sharing the information. It's going to get more concise, and I will have videos of how to actually onboard and use it and stuff like that. So bear with me as you're watching. I'm going to go over to like how it dropped on some different exchanges. I'm going to talk about the NFTs that are on here, the different nodes, and things like that. And then we'll hop around too. I'll go check out some news channels, see if anything else is popping up too as we're doing this. But first thing I wanted to bring up is that DeSo, or decentralized social media. Let me separate that. Pause for a second. Pretend you didn't hear that. So decentralized social media in general basically means that you're going to have a social media platform, but it's going to be built on a blockchain. When it's built, depending on how it's built on the blockchain. But this way, it's built on the blockchain, and then there are many node operators. And this right now is being mined, but it's not really worth it to mine from what I'm hearing. And I'm still learning how things in the back end are going with this. But that's the rough explanation of decentralized social media in general. DeSo is being mined right now. Again, still learning the back end. DeSo is the coin specifically called decentralized social. It was just released on Coinbase. I believe it was December 15th or 16th, if I'm not mistaken. That's not what I want to do. If I'm not mistaken, I should be able to still see charts on here, and I'm not logged in. So let's see. We'll go. We'll look at the Coinbase real quick, so I can talk a little bit about the price of it, and then we'll get into the more important stuff. But it's in my opinion, even if you're not going to be using the platform, I think it's still a good coin or token to have in your watch list, and just do your research on it. But so this was dropped. I think it was here December 14th, 13th, 14th is when it came to Coinbase Pro and then Coinbase. I think it was one day apart when it was doing these launches. And it got all the way up to $136. There was a glitch, it said like 400 or something. But as you can see, this was, before it was even on Coinbase, this has been trading pretty high at certain points. I mean, I've been using the platform. I haven't been completely trading the coin, so I haven't been watching the price per se the entire time because I just didn't bother me. I didn't really care. Let me see how far this goes back. Okay, it only goes back to there. So the nodes to actually use DeSo launched, I think, starting in about February, March, April. It might have been January the first time. I know the first block was mined in January. But the nodes themselves, they at least when I started seeing them, was around March. I think it was March or April when I first signed up to them. So I don't remember the price back then, but I know I saw it at about $100 and $80 back then. So, let me open up TradingView, see if I can get a longer picture. And because what I want to do is I want to show you. This is kind of going to be an insight on how I look at different tokens as well, not just for DeSo, but in general, because this is my same flow for anything else. But what I do is I try to look back as far as I can to see where the floor is. If you can find the floor, typically what you're looking at is the initial investors or initial buyers, the core team, things like that, or people like that who are not going to be getting rid of the token. And the reason you want to look at things like that is because then you can see the price now, or in the more recent past, and what you can project it being in the future. And but that floor will tell you where, if it hits that point, more than likely it's not going to go any lower. Now, I say more than likely because, of course, we never know what anyone else is going to do on the other end of things, but it kind of gives you a general idea of what you're looking at as far as when you're... But you can kind of see that floor right there. It's about $82, and that's where we're usually sitting whenever I'm using the app. This needs to be shrunk. But yep, this is pretty much saying exactly what I thought. There we go. So December 4th. Okay, right, because this is still using Coinbase. I wonder where there's got to be there might be a node that will show you the price since the beginning. I'm trying to think if I know of maybe CoinMarketCap. That would make sense, right? All right, let me get out of here real quick. And again, the reason I want to go back is because I want to show show where that floor is. I'm pretty sure it's around the $82-ish mark. But if it's not, then we'll be able to get an idea of where the floor is, and that'll tell us what the lowest point the coin will more than likely hit. Right. Sorry about all the window shifting, bear with me. Let this load up and then we'll do a search. There we go. And this obviously will show you more stats about the token itself too. You can see over here circulating supply 8,884,000-ish. 24-hour volume $3,484, or sorry, $3,482. So it's a pretty low volume for well, in general. 735 million is the coin's market cap itself. Yeah, so ranked number 220. So it doesn't surprise me. That's under $1 billion. It's barely over $500,000 in market cap. So that's not really surprising to me because it's not a very widely used platform just yet. However, yeah, that's what I thought. However, what am I trying to say? That means that there is much more room to grow. I guess I just can't get before like Mayish. So maybe CoinGecko will show it. I'll check that next. But you can still see, like, here there was a big floor at $100. I really don't remember what I was using it at. Maybe I was using it at $180 when I first signed up. Oh, by the way, there's a link in the description down below if you want to sign up. I will be doing onboarding videos and onboarding decks on how to get into the platform much easier than it appears if you're not really into blockchain, because it is easy to use. The signing up, there's just a little bit of friction because it does give you a seed phrase unless you use Google, and then there are some transactions that go on the platform. I'll get into all that in a second. But you can see right here, there's a floor. It's around $100, and then or a support $100, and then it drops down. There's another support. Wait, yeah. So this other support is about $89, and that's where we've been kind of riding the last couple of weeks. So it looks like the floor of it is around $58. So right here, I wasn't really using the platform. It's not for any other reason than I think it was around I think it was around May. I used it only for about a month or so, and then I just stopped using pretty much all social media. I wish I kept up with it because a lot of stuff's changed, and that's what we'll be getting into. But you can see that right now we're at about $85. The floor, or like I said, the support is about, here we go, the last one, $76. And we're at 82 right now. So more than likely, this isn't going much lower. There's a potential for it to hit the 50s again, or the high 50s again, but more than likely this is the core team. They're not going to be selling, so if anything happens down in this range, it's probably going to start going up again. Because I'm going to assume if it hits that range. I mean, I'm on the platform in the Discord and everything. I talk to these guys pretty much every day, and girls, and I know almost all of them are going to be buying if it hits that range. So, actual app itself, once you get in there, I won't go through the whole thing right now, but let's just pretend I wanted to. This is what the page would look like when you first get in there if you don't have an account, minus this right here, because obviously I already have one. You can, if you know blockchain and you know crypto, then you know what a seed phrase is. So you can sign up with a seed phrase. If you click that, obviously it gives you your words. I believe it's 12 for Diamond app or for DeSo, if I'm not mistaken, 12 or 14. And or you can sign up with Google. I have not done the Google one yet. I will be doing Google with someone else. I'll be signing up with them on the Google or through Google to see how it's done. But let me just explain that seed phrase real quick. DeSo is the underlying blockchain, as I said before. This is not decentralized social media as a whole. This is decentralized social, the token. That's what. Whenever I say DeSo, that's what I'm going to be talking about. If I say decentralized social media, I'm talking about everything in general. That way we can clear up a couple of vernaculars. Now, when you create this seed phrase, you're creating it on the DeSo blockchain. And this is for my crypto nerds who already understand seed phrase. If you don't understand seed phrases, bear with me. I'll get into everything else that is not seed phrase related. So when you do sign up and you get your seed phrase, it will go onto the DeSo blockchain. So any node that you use that is associated with DeSo, it will be transferable. What I mean by that is if I wanted to, now I have a few more nodes open on this other computer, so I'm going to be logging or kind of trying to shift over. You'll see what I mean. I have some nodes URL saved. I don't know why this is. So Cloudemy is another node on the DeSo blockchain. So again, here's the DeSo blockchain. Here are the nodes. Cloudemy is one of those nodes. Diamond app is one of those nodes. NFTZ.zone is one of those nodes. BitClout is, I believe, the original node. And you can use all of them. Once you sign up for DeSo, that seed phrase is transferable through all of them. Same should apply when you do Google. Again, I will do the Google one shortly. I'll have a Google video of signing up through Google. But you can see, since I'm on the DeSo blockchain, I'm already logged in. It's not going to make me put in my seed phrase again. I just click on my name, boom, pulls me over. And this will give you some stats, some rankings of different creator coins, the activity that's happening lately, all around, things like that. So if you're looking to, you know what, let me just leave it there. We'll put a pin in that. This is another node on DeSo. I don't want to confuse it right now. So you got DeSo, here's Cloudemy. I'm going to pull it back a little bit. We'll go to here. So once you sign up with your seed phrase and everything like that, or your Google account, what it will do, it will bring you into this page here. It's going to say create a profile. Now it's going to ask if you want to create your profile, which you can do. It'll be your name, all that other fun stuff. I'll show you mine. And so, this is what I use to log in. This is my profile. Got a couple links in there. It limits you to 500 or 400 something odd characters. And then you got your public address here. That's where anybody can send you tokens and all that fun stuff if you want, or if they want. And then there's the coin price. I'll get into that in a second. You won't see it on mine because I already took the tutorial. But down here, there will be a button that will say, I think, get started or try tutorial, take tutorial. But pause for a second, pin in that. And this is why the reason I'm pausing a couple of times is because I have to remember what it was like when I first got on here, since some of these things aren't showing up to me since I've been on the app for a little while now. But you will have a get your free $5 link. If you're using the referral link down in the description, it'll give you $5 free in DeSo or DeSo when you verify. So once you get through that, then do the tutorial. And then the tutorial will teach you about creator coins, how to buy them, and a little bit about posting also. Once you're through that, then you're fully ready to be active on the Diamond app, BitClout app, any other app that you want to be using. I highly recommend getting into the Discord. If you want the Discord, probably the easiest way to find it is on DeSo.org. I believe if you scroll all the way down, it'll tell you the socials. Yep, there it is. So follow their Twitter and join the Discord. When you go there, you'll be able to talk to all the people who are part of the platform and kind of see what's going on. And you can also ask questions if anything is confusing as you're going through this process. I'll be in there to help you. My username is the same as it is on here, so if you see the Michael Bird, or if you want to even @ the Michael Bird in the Discord, feel free to do so. I'm more than happy to help anybody as much as I possibly can. Anybody in that Discord is really there to grow this community. So once you have your profile set up, you can then post. So whenever you log in, the first thing that it's going to bring you to is going to be the home screen. And it's going to have like a general little thing. Every once in a while, I will kind of troll a little bit and just type this out. I'm king of the world. But actually, that's a good point. Let me do that. So I'll do that. And then we'll just say currently in a live stream teaching DeSo onboarding. Let me see if my link is still here to post for this video. It's not. Let's do that real quick. Why not, right? Let's see if we can't get a couple more people on here to join and learn about. All right, I don't know. We'll leave it in here because these people are already onboarded. Duh. So we'll just do that. Boom, some exclamation points and a smiley face, right? Now, when I go to post this, this is what I'm talking about as far as transactions. I don't want that to scare you. Transactions is nothing more than a confirmation saying, yes, I want to post this and it's going on. I know it's going on the blockchain. That's all you're basically saying. Transactions on a blockchain happen to make sure that they are implanted. It's basically like saying, or let me rephrase that. If you know what if this then that protocol is, effectively, if you want to, in order to make a post, you have to do a transaction. So if you want to make a post, then you have to transact. And it's going to kind of show up in that order on the front end because it wants you to confirm, wants you to know what you're doing. So I go here, I say post, and you'll see. Now, if most things that are kind of glitching on my computer, it's usually my laptop's fault because it's just getting a little old. So, and sometimes I will say this is a very new venture or project, so sometimes it will glitch out a little bit. Usually it fixes itself when you just do a quick refresh. So, and when things like that happen, if it is consistent, you can go into the DeSo Discord, go into support, front-end support, anything like that, and just post what's been going on. If you have a screenshot or a short video, that would be the best place to start. So we'll try that again. Other people with onboarding. Did I spell that wrong? Or whatever. And then post. Okay, so for my desktop, it opens it in a new tab, but in like a small window. Here it looks like it's opening as a completely its own window, but that's okay. This is just saying, hey, I see you want to do a post on Diamond App. Diamond App wants to take 0.000000299 DeSo out of your wallet to do this transaction. It's negligible. I've been able to sometimes have like 1 penny in my wallet, and I've been able to transact for the whole week. It doesn't really matter how much you have. But once I do that, it's then saying, okay, we confirm that it's going on the blockchain, and then it posts the post. So once I post this post, I could go check notifications whenever a few minutes go by, or if I see some notifications pop up, and you'll see people here are reacting to the post. It's just like anything else. And when you react, anytime that you're going to react to a post, it will do a transaction just like what we did when we were making the original post. So let's see, you got Nader here. He's, I believe, the founder or the initial investor. I always get it mixed up. For DeSo. So number one, if you want to follow somebody, follow him. You're going to get a lot of updates and all that stuff. But we're just going to be like, okay, cool. Let's reclout this or repost this so that other people can see. I'm just going to do a simple repost. Not going to add any quotes or anything like that, just to show you real quick. Still going to ask me for a transaction. Again, it's just saying, hey, I see you want to put a post out there. Can I pull that amount from your wallet? And you see, like I have 2.02 DeSo in there, $1, nothing. So it doesn't really matter. If I wanted to hard it, it's going to do the same. And on your computer, it's probably going to be faster. If you're doing it on mobile, you'd be using the node Clout Feed. So Clout Feed is the app that you're looking to download. And there, it doesn't ask for confirmations. It will just do the like diamond and all that other stuff. And then diamonds, real quick, so I can make sense of what I just said. You can actually tip a certain amount. There are different options. So just like that, I just gave Nader a diamond. Boom, raining diamonds. Krasenstein is another good account to follow. It's 2 twin brothers, Brian and Ed. They have been posting, I believe, since day 1 on DeSo on YouTube. So if you look up Krasenstein twins, if I'm not mistaken, you'll be able to see them on YouTube, and they have a whole lot of videos explaining the news and updates that's going on with DeSo. So when it comes to what's the word I'm looking for? Keeping up to date with the news, if you watch their videos daily, you'll get most of everything that's going on. And then, of course, again, I mentioned notifications. Looks like someone liked. It's probably my repost from Nader. I've noticed if I don't see anything in what they liked, it's a repost. So you can see how it's like blank at the end. But you can see that who's liked what comment, who's followed me, who's given me diamonds, things like that, who's commented or reposted, stuff of that nature. All right, I'm going to take a brief 45-second to a minute intervention. I had way too much coffee before starting this stream, so be right back. Okay, I'm only human. Everyone needs a brief intermission every once in a while. Okay, so getting back into it, that's effectively the front end use of just making posts, likes, comments, interacting with the initial part or initial UI of Diamond Apps specifically, which again is a node built on DeSo. Now, let me go into creator coins. I'll use mine as an example just because why not, right? I don't really need a reason. So creator coins, you can see right now so effectively it turns me or my page or project or whatever it is that I'm using this profile for into a token of sorts or a coin of sorts, which you could trade them. A lot of people will buy creator coins and sell them and all that when they see them go up and down and trade it just like any other token or coin in the crypto space. So what brings it up to the $20 is how many people are buying the coin, how much money is into your coin, basically. So USD market cap $189, which if you were to go down here, you can see all of everyone who has invested into my coin, or if I sent them a coin, it all adds up to $189. As of right now, DeSo money. Like this was just $300, $400 the other day because DeSo was at like $130. So, or close to $200, whatever it was. But anytime that someone wants to, they basically come into my profile, they're looking at my stuff, maybe they follow me for a little while, and they're like, oh, cool, I want to provide value to the guy who's creating this page or who's providing value to the economy. So they're going to be like, all right, I'll spend $20 onto a coin, which is what this guy right here did, Salvo, and you'll get about one of my coins. Now, when that happens, it makes the coin price go up. So if you wanted to buy more, obviously it's going to continue to go up, and then that's why people trade these. But you can have your long-term holds for some people who you know are just creating project after project after project, and then sometimes you can have some that you are just trading in general. A couple of times, like with Dylan Jagger Lee, his birthday was just last week. I was like, hey, here's some of my coin because it's your birthday. Krasenstein, not gonna lie, it was like hey, I'm here too. So I sent them some of my coin too. And then you have other people who have invested in me, whether it's just a couple of pennies or whether it's a few dollars. That's the creator coin. Now, the more value you provide, or the more you find your market or the people who your community, I should say, your community in DeSo, your creator coin is going to go up. And this right here is from the perspective of someone like me who's creating a educational type community about crypto finance and just the way money works nowadays, and along with business foundational from the entrepreneur who is still going through it all perspective, because I feel like that's a very big value. When I first started going through entrepreneurship, I felt like I was in the blind leading the blind. So I'm gonna just kind of go posting videos and stuff like that about all the things that I've learned and that have helped me get to where I am now. Still a struggling entrepreneur, but much better off where I was before, and using the knowledge that I have learned over time. There are other creator coins that are more project specific, and I'm going to talk about this and flow into, make sure I'm not missing. Oh, let me go over a couple of things on this left tab first, and then we'll go into the next part. Again, I'm doing this video so that I can kind of help people who are just getting onto DeSo or who are wanting to onboard onto DeSo to learn what it's all about and how to do it in the most seamless way possible. This video will be broken down, turned into a better edited video, and I'll even make a better video from scratch to show people how to do this. And then I'll get into everything from nuts and bolts to the whole entire car. So if you want to buy DeSo, right now, so far, the easiest way I found, since I have a Coinbase account, I buy it on Coinbase, and I just send it over to this wallet. So if you know crypto, it's as simple as going on Coinbase, buy some DeSo, here's your public key, send it to that wallet, and then it'll show up here. You now have DeSo. So that's how that works. You can also send Bitcoin. You can send ETH to the wallet and then convert it into DeSo. However, since they have released DeSo on Coinbase, I've noticed that's the cheapest avenue to go so far. You can also buy with fiat. I believe that goes through another app, if I'm not mistaken. So let's just say I wanted to do that. You know what? Let me not. Let me learn that first, just before I do anything rash. Just because I don't even know what this is hooked up to right now. I don't think it's hooked up to anything, so probably nothing will happen. But I won't go into the weeds of that. But you can do fiat now as well. Messages, my messages. There is a little bit of a glitch right now. It's being worked on in the back end. Bear with me. When you sign up, your messages are more than likely going to be working properly. I've noticed since my account is older and I was inactive for a while, I have some errors that were from way back when. We already showed the profile. Oh, so here's the last thing I wanted to show is your wallet. Your wallet will have your public key here. You can see all your transactions. I'm kind of showing a list on the left-hand side. And no, there they are. Hashes and all that fun stuff. If you want to send DeSo from your wallet, you can send it to a person who's on DeSo already, or you can send it to another DeSo wallet outside of DeSo, or you can buy DeSo. Again, that'll just take you to this link and all that other fun stuff. You can buy creator coins from this point too. If you click on here, you can put in the name, and then you can go and buy them once you put the price in. Again, all this stuff will pop up with a confirmation that you know you're doing a transaction. So don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything happening without you wanting it to. All right, let me go back. So let's say I'm surfing the post, and what time are we looking at? 2:57. All right, I got about 15 minutes. I'm trying to keep this to about an hour. So let's say I'm surfing the post, and now typically what you're going to be tied to when you first get on is following. But oh, you know what? Let me go through here because maybe the person I want to use as an example is on is going to pop up. But you see, it's just like Facebook, effectively, or Twitter. There's some NFTs that people have. You know, it's just a regular social space. The biggest thing is that all of this is captured on the blockchain. You got people who are creating new projects of NFTs. So you can see that if you want to invest into the NFT, you can either buy the NFT or you can invest into the creator coin to support the project as a whole. And okay, so Metazins. Let's say, ooh, that one turned out nice. So let's say, give me one sec, because that's the one who's actually coming over soon. Forgot to send my address. Okay, forgot to send my address. So, Metazins is a NFT project right now. I have one myself. I'll show you my gallery once I talk a little or get through this a little bit more. But if you want to invest in Metazins as the project and you don't necessarily have enough or want to buy the NFT that's connected to Metazins, you can just simply buy the creator coin. And they'll get 11%. Oh, I forgot to go over that with the creator coin. So 11% right here at FR is founder reward. So anytime you buy the coin, 11% of that is going to go into the founder's pocket, basically. So the more you support people and buy their coin here, you're actually investing into them. They're actually gaining something on the other side. So for someone like me who was in personal training pre-COVID and was really building a community, I mean, I had like 1,400 followers on Instagram. I couldn't imagine what would have came out of it if I had those 1,400 people on here during COVID, if this was around, obviously. And they were actually able to, support me by just putting a couple of bucks into this coin. And then obviously it's not like you're trying to rug pull. Oh, I guess we missed market close. Whatever. It's not like you're trying to rug pull anybody in saying that, oh, I'm making money, because that does go into your DeSo wallet here. You're free to do whatever you want with it. But that's, again, creator coin. Let me go back onto the project. So this is right here as a project. It's not necessarily a person. Now, I know someone runs this, or a couple of people run this, but if you're buying this, you're buying the project or investing into the project, not in the person directly behind it. However, it's still, one way or another, you're helping them out. What they're doing is creating an NFT that will be used to support artists as a collective in like a DAO formation. Okay. So Some of the people on here will have their road, or not necessarily the roadmap, but they'll have their a little bit of an example of the project in their bio. Not everyone will. You definitely want to either find some that have a website tied to them, or DM them, or if you're in the Discord, there is an NFT chat also. But you can see if you go through her page, a bunch of different people posting, or she's re-commenting. There was a okay, so it doesn't look like anyone has a winner yet. However, there is a contest, so you can kind of alter your medicine if you got one, and whoever has the best alterations or whatever, which I think this is what this is. Yep, medicine's derivative competition. So someone has submitted this as one of their alterations, and I think you are getting like a free whitelist or a free upgrade. There's another upgrade, I think it's called Metamorph. That's going to be coming out. So when it comes out, I'll be able to pay 0.5 DeSo and get an upgrade to my NFT. So we're slowly sliding into the NFT side of DeSo, and this is definitely noticing how long the video is going to be when I actually do make one. So in DeSo, when I'm on the Medicine's website, you can see a couple of examples down here. I'll push play, and it starts going into an intro about the coin. This is the kind of stuff you want to read. It teaches you about the project, the people behind it, what they're planning on doing. Just click through. I'm not going to do that right now, but it will give you all the information that you want about minting. This is how some of the mints work on DeSo NFTs, by the way. And if they do have a mint link in their bio, you want to click that. If you are planning on buying the project or minting up one of the projects, it'll often tell you how much it'll be when you get on here. So it'll say, like right here, you can see it's 1 DeSo. I can log in with DeSo, so if I click this, you'll see it again where it kind of asks me like, hey, is this you? And then I can click my name and log in. I'm not going to do that right now because you already saw what that's like. But on here, you can see the ones that are already minted. Yeah, you can see the ones that are already minted as you scroll through. And since my computer's slow, I'm not going to wait for it to totally load up. So when we're back here, you can also click the R Collective DAO. This is specific to this project because it will show you more about the whole project, overall, the overarching project of Medicines. They have 100% founder reward because they don't want you to really invest in this page. This is more of a description. This is like a overall hierarchy thing. So it's more information purposes only. Anytime you see 100%, usually people are just like, hey, this is for information. I don't really need to make money off of this, or this isn't where I'm trying to make my rewards. And so once you mint, what'll happen is on that page that you saw me on here, I'll click mint. It'll bring you to another page, say, okay, processing, stay on these pages, don't exit out of them until things are done. And then once it's done, you will get a transfer to your DeSo account. Diamond App is one of the ones that does support NFTs. BitClout does not. So if you're using BitClout, you won't see it on there. But if I go into my notifications, I should see when my medicine was sent to me. So bear with me. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to try not to take too much time, but it'll be a good example. So this is going to bring me to the original post. So effectively, this is what will show up. It'll be like, hey, this was minted. It'll come up on the main page for the art collected because that's where it's coming from. And then it'll say transferable. And then down here, it'll have a button for me only that says claim. Once I click that button, it gets sent into my gallery. So this is my medicine. And which is totally a vibe, especially since I like my mustache and growing my hair. And I do usually wear my blue blocker glasses. So that's the flow of doing NFTs on DeSo if you're going to be minting through their website, if they have a link on DeSo. I'm going to go to another account and because there is another way to do it. So DeSo Trolls is another one. They're just getting started. They're coming out with their roadmap and everything soon. But if I go to their website, it's a little bit different than minting on a project's page specifically. But effectively with this account, they launch or they unveil 3 new trolls, DeSo trolls every day for 0.15. If you want that troll, you place a bid. Once you place the bid, you can go over into back to Diamond app, and you want to message them or leave a comment, be like, hey, just purchased one or just placed a bid, and then they'll be like, okay, cool, closing the bid, and then same thing will happen. You will see it as transferable, click claim, and then it'll go into your wallet. So this one is actually the one that I just got yesterday. And yeah, so that's sort of, there's a couple of different ways that you could do NFTs on DeSo. Now, when it comes to looking at the projects or looking at who you want to follow and everything, that's where I was before when I was talking about Cloudemy. This will follow the diamonds, the rewards, the NFTs, anything that's really going on in there. Well, a lot of that what's going on in their account, so you can kind of see who's the most active, who's getting the most rewards, who are people really investing into. And of course, appreciation. So we'll just use mine as an example. You'll see mine isn't very consistent. There's a lot of flat, mostly because I was away from the app for a while. But it'll give you an idea of what the activity will look like on the page. And you can see since I've been active, things are starting to go up. So you have your legend down here. Now this is a node that someone, again, to explain that real quick, this is a node someone built on DeSo. DeSo is a blockchain. Cloudemy is one of the nodes. Since I have an account for DeSo, Cloudemy is available to me as long as I log in, as long as I just say connect to my DeSo. So founder rewards is what's actually going into my wallet on DeSo. So every now and again, I'll just see like a couple of bucks or a few bucks pop up into my wallet. It's usually because someone bought my coin. Mine is set to 10%, nothing too crazy. That's pretty much the average. The diamonds, it shows you how many diamonds were given. The reason it's so flat in the beginning and there's nothing there is because diamonds weren't even created back in the beginning. They just came in. NFT rewards would be if I'm like reselling, or if they have like an ongoing reward or whatever the project is saying, or revenue I should say. This is the percentage you get off of it. So like you saw on that troll, if I were to sell it, I get 10%. And the creator DeSo trolls would get 5% of whatever sales come or are happening going forward. And then total earnings is what you've earned total DeSo-wise through all of that stuff, which will be your founder rewards, diamonds, and NFT revenue all put together. So that's a little bit of a back end. This is one of the things that you can look at to see who is being active and who is and what their rewards look like as far as, are they going down? Are people trading this? Are they constantly just investing? Is it a long term, like someone's really giving out value and people think they're going to be here for a while? That's sort of what it is. You can see the numbers here. So this is I'm number 17,820. As I get more USD sent to me from funder rewards, as I get more from diamonds, you'll see all that stuff go up. I have not sold an NFT, so that's why this is at 0. Makes sense. So total earned $20.13 with a rate of $2.27 monthly. Now, when I looked at this last week, this said $1.20-something monthly, and it said like $5 or total earnings like $5 or $10 or something like that, because I wasn't active for a while at this flat point, like I said, so this has just jumped up. That's just an example of like, yes, this actually does show you things pretty live. And again, this is one of the nodes on the DeSo blockchain. I'll show you another one. This is going to be the NFT specific node, and it's nftz.zone. I'll not use that one because that'll take us right to the trolls. I don't know all of who created this node, but I do know the Krasenstein, forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong, guys. I do know that they are backing this project, or a couple of the guys who created this project. But this is sort of like, oh, they changed it up too. Oh, no, never mind. No, okay. So again, same thing, log in. You can look at everything too if you're not logged in, but hit the Michael Bird, and then you'll see it open up, and it'll allow me to interact with my own profile if I wanted to. So on here, you'll be able to see what's going on. It's fresh. It looks like they did change this. Oh, interesting. Let me see. Okay, that's a search. It's the gavel. Ah, bids. Okay, so they just changed this, it looks like. Here's the page. Okay, so this is the one that I like to use. It'll show you. Alright. Evidently, I'm going to have to look in this website again. It looks like they changed things. Ah, okay, so here it is. So 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Whenever I'm looking at a project to go into, I'm looking at these separately to see who's been in this like top point for a good while. Am I willing to pay whatever it is for the NFT that is there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can also, again, look up different users. We'll just, again, look at mine, and you can see what's in their wallet. So you can see I have 5 right now. Here's my Medicine. Here's my DeSo trolls. This is from the party that happened in the Discord with Tropics. Here's my graffiti guys. I got this because I heard of Tropics, and I'm a really big fan of what he's doing. He's merging. He's bringing creators onto Web3, and it's, you know what? Go follow him. He's Tropics on DeSo app. It's really awesome. Or on Diamond app, on DeSo in general. And this one was a creator who said, hey, I'm going to share this NFT if you support me. So I supported her because I thought that was pretty neat. No, these are not for sale from my wallet, but since someone out there does probably have one for sale, that's why it says place bid. I think this one right now is going for like 1 DeSo or something. So again, DeSo blockchain, NFTZone.zone, or NFTZ.zone is a node on top of the blockchain. But if you want to support me and what I got going on, if you do use the link down below, you can support me by just buying a little bit of my creator coin. I don't sell anything that I have. If anything, I will send it to people who are really supporting me, or who I see some really big value in what they're doing and I want to support them. I'll send them a little bit of my coin. But I won't sell or I won't rug pull on you guys that I have heard that people have. That happens here. It's really messed up. Or, you know, again, you have this YouTube, like, subscribe, that fun stuff. And down in the description, along with the DeSo.com or .org, you have Crypto.com, Coinbase, BlockFi, and Webull. The links for all of those are in the description below as well. So since I did just go really hard on DeSo, I'm going to give you guys a break. I'm not going to hang out here for the next 2 minutes. We'll cut it there. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me. That was pretty much the explanation of onboarding with DeSo and some of the things that you can do with Diamond app and the NFTs in the space specifically, and creator coins. So if you're interested in joining DeSo at all, there's a link in the description below. You get $5 when you sign up. I think I get 1. Join the Discord and look forward to seeing you there. I'll see you next time. I need a good sign off. Peace.